Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Starting off, we've got the white pieces against a 1696 from the Philippines. E4, away we go. And we'll see what they have in store for us today. An E5, it looks like it could potentially be a Scotch Gambit, which we've not seen in a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Hopefully we get... something on my screen. Hopefully we get some interesting, because there are, as we know, some very boring replies to the Scotch Gambit. But I feel like this is one of my stronger openings now. You know, I've done a fair... and they go into that. They go into... Apparently this is transposed into the Italian. Hungarian defence. I was saying the Scotch Gambit is one of my stronger openings now. However, that puts a whole damper on the situation, and I believe we could sack. I don't think it gets us anywhere. If they take, we've got queen there, which just is good. Just is good. And we have potential to take on d4 as well. But I assume they wouldn't take and play like a d4 instead or something along those lines. Let's play a c3. c3 looks fun. Bishop d, queen d5 is the move we're looking for. With a nasty little attack on the f7 pawn, they would have to go knight there. After bishop takes, pawn takes, they would have to go rook out, which is just not very nice at all. And we get tons and tons of compensation for the pawn, but they don't do it. They are smart, and I think we just take this pawn here. And we got a good pawn center, really. I think that's it. There's no ideas of knight going in there. We castle. Oh, I don't think the king moves like that. We castle, knight c3. We need to find a home for this bishop. It can't go there, obviously, unless the knight goes there, but I don't like that. Maybe I don't really want to push either, because I like this diagonal. Maybe we push this way after we castle. And we could potentially castle. If we want to keep sacrificing pieces, we could potentially castle here. I don't think it would be particularly recommended at all. We also have the opportunity to go knight to g5. However, castle solves their problems. We could also push. Or we could just go knight c3 and keep developing, which I think is probably the way to go, to be honest. Covers this pawn as well. And we've just got a game. This is apparently now the Italian. And I've never played the Italian as white. I don't know what I'm doing. But we'll go on based on what we're seeing, you know. So castles, I believe we just castle here. I don't think any push works out for us, and I just want to be safe, to be honest. Because that's what the opening's all about, really. It's just getting your pieces out and getting safe. And they go for an a6. I'm not sure what that's doing. Are they looking for a b5? Potentially. I think a push now could suit as well. Or we could play a h3 ourselves. And look for this sort of setup. Let's play h3. It stops shenanigans with the bishop coming in. So after b5, bishop back, they have c4. Hitting this pawn. I'm not too stressed about that, because we have potentially like a knight e5 could work. Hit the bishop. And I think that's fine, to be honest. Or we could go bishop back to d3 and just cover the pawn again. The problem with that is that we're going to struggle to double up the bishop and queen. Although I guess it would be the same either way. Swings and roundabouts, as they say. So let's drop back to d3. I think that's probably safer, just to hang on to pawns for the minute. They don't seem too keen on pawn grabbing, especially from gambits at least. But yeah, that's a move. It's a move. Definitely is a move. Huh. Maybe an e5 could work. e5. Takes. Knight back. Bishop out. Could work. And we just sort of try for an attack. Sort of. Get a rook out. We're playing with some sort of loosish pawns. I'm not sure if I need to do anything. Maybe I could just go rook e1 and then support this push even further then, because after takes knight back, we could even just push again with the rook supporting it, which could be nice. So yeah, let's go rook e1 and we're just supporting this again. And now we are actually looking for the e4 push. And this is where a bishop there, back on d3, could have been nice. However, then we wouldn't have had the opportunity to push the pawn in the first place. So, you know, just thinking of if the bishop was there, we would get a check on the king after takes, which could have been nice. Now, with the rook coming to e8, that puts a bit of a damper on the push, just because the pawn's actually a bit of a target after that. Yeah. It's still sort of tempting. After all, we've got some good piece sort of activity. Takes, knight back. Maybe we don't even push again. Maybe we go the bishop move. And sort of let them pick what they want to do. Could work. Could work. Where's this bishop going? Where's their bishop going? I don't think it wants to go there because that looks dead. I mean, it's looking into pawns anyway. So going back would not be ideal. Although it's freeing up the rook, this pawn's well defended, and we always have the option to push as well. So if we're moving their knight, is that not just giving them what they want with the bishop activity? Potentially. Very, very potentially. But if we push the d pawn, this pawn becomes weak. We have a bit of a conundrum. A tiny bit of a conundrum. We could go knight there, then push. Although then the e5 square is looking weak. So maybe we just go for the push and we take what's coming. You know, we just absorb it. I don't know if we would want to push straight away. Yeah, we can't go there because then the bishop moves and then the rook covers the pawn. So let's push. I think pushing's the right thing. I think it's the only way we're sort of getting active. The worst thing they could do here, I think, is obviously if this knight isn't here, I think that would be really bad for them. Is pushing d5. But they are going to have to take this knight and move this knight, or take the pawn. Those are their options. Neither one particularly is good. Well, I say not good. I think it gives more play to me. I think we have to take here. Yeah, I think we just have to, because my bishops are really strong now, which is I'm happy about, you know. But do we want to keep pushing the pawn? Do we want to keep pushing the pawn? That's the question we've got to answer. Because at the minute, the pawn's under attack. So, do we go bishop f4 And after a bishop f4, I think we're actually losing the pawn. So maybe we do actually have to push. And we just we take the weakened king. You know, because this pawn's gonna have to go, and we're gonna have to take with the rook. Cool. I think we're all good there. Pretty sure. There's no sneaky they can do. Yes. Yeah. Cool. So can we do anything sneaky now is the question. I would like to do something sneaky. I would like to play like a queen b3. I just don't think that quite works. I think first they have takes. And although we have a really good queen, it's not really doing much. And it's getting kicked about with like a knight move. And their bishops are quite strong. We potentially have rook takes, although knight takes is nice. Rook takes, queen takes. Then we need to get the bishop out. We have checks to develop, and then a rook out as well. That's probably the best thing to do. It's a very equal position. Very equal. They have the queenside majority. So the more the pieces get traded off, the more this is going to benefit them. But I don't think we can really avoid trading off the pieces in this instance. I think is the word. Yeah. I mean, they could also always go King f8 as well, which saves them a job later on. So let's take the rook and we'll develop, and we'll play this a bit slower. Ooh, actually, we could hit this pawn. We could hit the pawn. I feel like bishop there we would take with the knight, so we keep the bishop pair. Knight moves. We could even give like a check and then get the rook out and pin that to the queen, although knight takes with check would lose the game. So let's not do that. But it gives us some ideas. Does bishop out. Gives us some ideas. And we just got to play for the small advantages, you know. We just got to play for the small advantages. I think a queen c2 wouldn't go amiss, just hitting this pawn. Because at the minute, they're not hitting much. Now, they go knight there. So, I could just grab that. And very much could just grab that. However, queen there would potentially lose the piece, which is a sneaky move. A sneaky little move is that. Oh, we could also go, if we wanted to be sneaky, we could go bishop takes pawn, and after pawn takes, queen check, win the knight. But then again, we're losing the bishop pair. Is it worth it? Potentially. I didn't know my voice could get that high. Yeah, that's a tempting one. It's very tempting, actually. In fact, it doesn't work because they can block with the knight. Like, they can block the check with the knight. Good to know. Good to know. So where does this bishop go then? Bishop back. cover the d1 square. Rook out, queen there, queen takes, rook takes. And then we just got a game on our hands, you know? Let's go for that. Let's go for that. It's going to be a bishop pair versus bishop pair. The good thing is this is still on. This pawn's still hanging. So they've got to play some moves, you know? And it's important to note that after queen e1, they can't defend there because we would take the queen. And we take back with the rook here. Because everything is covered. Literally everything on that file. We can keep going. Everything's covered. Absolutely everything. Which is very nice. And I think we're potentially slightly better. Very slightly. Very, very slightly. We're going to have to work to get this one. But I think I deserve a win. It's been a while. It has been a while. I played a league game on Tuesday. That went really well. It was a quick draw. Like 20 odd move. 97% both sides. Dead draw. Which is brilliant. At least it's half a point, you know, and it's maybe a couple rating points. But it's not a loss either. I went back to a little Sicilian that I played called the Delayed Alapin, which is a super cool opening if you've not seen that. Definitely worth taking a look at, checking out. If you haven't seen it, it's the Alapin basically, but delayed. Believe it or not. But it's got it's a bit trickier, bit trappier than the Alapin. The regular Alapin, I will say. But yeah, he's seen it before, so he didn't fall for any of it. And it was just pretty simple, pretty easy. We finished early, and we had a few junior players playing for us, so we went over some of their games afterwards, which was good. It's crazy how good these junior players are getting. I mean, it's mind blowing. Getting too good. One of them beat me on Thursday last night. Absolutely destroyed me, and it was a bit nasty. But yeah, whew. That's why I need to get better. Otherwise, that's going to keep happening. And they're spending a bit of time on this move. They're spending quite a while. What they're really thinking about, to be honest. I don't know what there is to calculate. It seems pretty clear cut to me. But then again, you know, I might be missing something. Very possible. Very, very possible. So they traded queens, which is great. So we burn a big chunk of their time, almost 3 minutes actually. And yeah, they're gonna struggle to sort of hang on to this after rook up. King there, then I mean, check first, you know. That's an interesting one. Really interesting, actually. Have I got takes first? Takes, rook up. I think knight c4 is the best choice here. Knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I think that's probably smart. This knight's still out the game, and this pawn is still under attack. And now we actually have this check square, which is nice. I'm not sure what we would do first if the rook moves up. Sorry. Whether we would check first, then king up is a bit annoying. But then maybe like I don't think that works. We'll see. Oh, we could also do like a knight up. Hit this because it's pinned. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. And what would that be? 2 pieces for a rook? Maybe. But then we would pick up the pawn. And potentially a piece. So they go for that one. Which is interesting. Now we take our pawn, I believe. I don't think there's a reason why we can't. Obviously, again, very possibly wrong, very probably wrong, but we'll live with the consequences. We shall live with the consequences, because that's what chess is all about, really. You know, it's your moves, it's your brain, it's your hand making the moves, unless you're playing hand and brain, in which case one of those things isn't yours. I don't know if you guys play many variants, but hand and brain is one of my favourite ones. And if you don't know what it is, it's a 4-player game, so you work in pairs. Each team has a hand and a brain. The brain says the move, so they say knight move, bishop move, king move, rook move, pawn move. And then the hand picks which piece to move and where to move it. And it's really cool because you get like a disconnect between like the plan and between the 2 players' plans. So it's just chaotic, especially if you have play styles that just don't mesh well with each other. It gets it's yeah, it's something to behold, really. We could throw in a check here. In fact, I don't see why we shouldn't throw in a check. I mean, I don't really want the bishop going there. Then again, that's not ideal either. Let's check. King's got to go back. If it doesn't, then it's not nice at all. But this bishop's just not done anything the whole game, really, which is quite nice for us. I hope he doesn't fall for that nasty little trick. It wouldn't be a good way to end the game. And they play exactly the right thing, which is great. Great stuff. Oh, we could go knight g5. Knight g5, pawn up is a bit annoying. Knight g5, pawn up, check. King there. Check. King there. Knight there. Threatening mate would be quite nice. Pawn up, check. King there. They could push the pawn. A very valid option. However, yeah, the problem is our bishop's still hanging at the end of it. That is a problem. There. King up, check. If I can draw an arrow. pawn push is their best option. At which point we would have to move the bishop back. Oh gosh. Lost the arrows again. There. King up, bishop check, pawn push, bishop back. Threatening that pawn. Pawn push again. No, you can't push the pawn again. So that's going to be really, really nice actually. So if they decide to take, we've got back rank. If they push, we've got check there. And if they go across, then we have rook there. Knight there, sorry. Winning the bishop. Let's do that. I think that seems fun. Seems fun. Potentially a brilliancy. It's not a very flashy brilliancy, but we're sacking a piece, you know. We're sacking a piece. We are sacrificing a piece. So it could be, you know. Always a big fan of the brilliant move. It doesn't mean out at all. But it's nice to see a little blue little exclamation mark, you know. Or double exclamation mark, because a single one would just be a great move. Which in itself is not as impressive. So we got with this one. And then we just have the knight come across. Which is all well and good. Yep. And then we check with the bishop. Ooh, we've got it. We've got it. We have it. We're winning. Haha! You fell for my trap card. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful little sequence there. And we called it as well. We absolutely called it. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. We do have to be a bit careful. Rook there. Knight takes. Rook up. Actually, no, we don't, because we just pin the rook to the king. Oh, this is potentially resignable. I would be very happy with a resign here. Although playing it out wouldn't be too bad either. But, you know, it's up to them. Or they could lose in style with rook takes. You know, it's always nice to let someone checkmate you, you know. Some people don't like it. They think it's, what do you say? Ungentlemanly, potentially, is the word. But yeah, that's an interesting move. Doesn't do anything, I believe. I think we can just move up. No. Move up. They've got rook there, which is... Whew. Talk about interesting. Talk about interesting. So. Whew, there. Where on this file can we go where they can't hit us? That's the question. Whew. Yeah, that is a question. We've got to keep the back rank threats alive, so we've got to stay on this, so because the knight's blocking this. Oh, we could... yeah, so if we go there with the bishop up, then we go there, and that's fine. And if they go there with the knight first, then we have rook takes bishop. And after pawn takes, knight takes, but then check. No. Huh. Oh, that's a really annoying knight move. Oh. Ooh, spicy. So there, hitting the bishop. Bishop moves. Oh no, it's a discovered attack from the light squared bishop as well. Oh, holy moly. Holy moly. God. This is crazy to think about. We go there. We get hit with the knight straight away. And that doesn't look too pleasing. Although that seems... No, because then bishop... No, but then knight there. 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 Wow. Oh, wow. The bishop hangs at the end of it. What? Oh, come on, Jacob. You got this. You got this. You got this. Let's... Knight there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. This is ridiculous. I love it. This is what you play chess for. This is absolute like top tier stuff. We'll have to move the bishop down because we need to keep the mating threats. In fact, we can move the bishop up. Yeah, and then we're good. Then we're good. We calculated that. We calculated that. You've blocked in your knight. Whew. 20 seconds to spare. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful. You love to see it. We've got to be ready for anything. Again, like yesterday, like usual, we're low on time. We've got to be ready for anything. So what the idea is they could do. They could do blocks, but then we just take. They can move the king, but then we just take. I think we can just take one of these two. They could do check, but we take with king. At which point we can pre-move. Can we pre-move? Bishop takes, king takes, knight there. Takes, and we're up a piece. We're up a piece, I think. We can pre-move that. We can pre-move that. Pretty sure we can pre-move that. This is crazy though. We've got to be ready. Hand on mouse. I'm not even... Yeah, hand on mouse. Hand on mouse. We've got to be ready for anything. We're not flagging. We are not flagging. Because it could be any second as well. We don't know when they're going to move. What is this? 10 plus 15? No, 15 plus 10. So you have a 10-second increment. That should be plenty. Yeah, I don't even know where they would go. I don't know where they would go. I don't think anything works. I hope nothing works as well. Because this was a really beautiful sequence. Not to pat myself on the back or anything, but it was pretty cool. Oh, they also have bishop takes check to get out of it, which is quite cool. No, but then we have check. King has to go there, because if it goes there, then check. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. Come on, make your move, sir. Yeah. So we just. Oh, that's interesting. Oh gosh. Take the rook. Take the rook. We gotta. And then we go there. Knight takes. Rook takes. And that's good for us. Yeah. We lost a bit of time there. That surprised us. That was a good little tricky move. Yeah. Yeah. If they were smart, but they did it wrong. They did it wrong. We win the piece back. If they were smart, they would have just moved their king and let me take, and then I'm not able to get the skewer or pin or whatever you want to call it on this side, and it would have been vertical instead. But I would check and then go there. Yeah, I just take. Go there. Okay, this is actually a pretty tricky endgame. Bishop there, bishop up. And we go rook there. Threatening to win this. So if they do a like a king move, we go rook there, push the pawn back, push that pawn, takes, push it again, bishop there. Yeah, so we go, so there, push back, push, takes, there, bishop there, rook there. I think we're all good. I think that's calculated. Pretty sure that's calculated. Yeah, and then we go back. Worst case, we sack the bishop for the pawn. Yes, yes. Beautiful. That's a nice cheeky little move. We could either go rook there or bishop back. Bishop back's fine. And then we just sit there and we win this pawn. Whoa. And we were back on the clock. That was stressful. That was stressful. This game's going to make me go bold. You know, I'm going to be losing hair because of this. Stressful. Too stressful. This is resignable, I think. But they played really, really well. They found such tricky moves, especially like low on time pressure. We can pre-move pawn takes. We won't though. We won't, just in case something happens. We're not messing this up now. And this is going to be an absolute blast to analyse. Yeah. So we can just take that. And it's going to take a bit of convincing. Is this win? But it should be easy enough. We just got to put everything on dark squares. I'll just win the bishop. Are they going for a stalemate? Methinks so. Methinks so. We can go there. Wall off the king. Go there. And we'll just go back. King can't protect its pawns. Or we'll lock him in. That works as well. So king goes back or forward. And we can just push a few pawns. Move the king up. We'll try to be efficient as well, because that's something I'm trying to work on, is being efficient with my end games, especially. Because it is way too easy to just trade everything off and push a pawn, you know. But if you're in the time trouble, or if you've got a 50 move rule draw, then that's obviously not the smartest way to do it. So I think it just pays to be efficient sometimes, and it's a good habit to get into, because it helps your calculation as well. Just because if you always cop out for the easy checkmate or easy win or whatever, then you're not going to be looking for the critical moves in the critical positions. So if we go up pawn there, king up, yeah, seems okay. Seems okay. See, we could have taken the pawn with either piece, and it would have been fine. But this way leads to a mate. So, you know, it's the better choice. It is the better choice. All blocked off. Yeah, just there, no matter what. Beautiful game, really nice game. Enjoyed it a lot. Let's have a look at what the computer is saying. Super interested. 83.7 versus 74.6. 2050 versus 1550. Let's have a gander. Start review. Would be helpful if I click that. Oh no, I don't like it when it auto does it for me. So we go into the Scotch Gambit, but they decline. And we push c3, which apparently is book. So we can go ahead and play queen to d, whatever that is. B. I don't know my B's and my D's. But apparently you can, because you get the check. And you get that knight, apparently. And it's not a big fan of knight c3. It wants a bishop to d3, and I'm guessing that's just to prevent these pushes. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, because they have knight takes with the fork at the end, which we can have a look at just to show you guys. Little pawn fork there. Quite common idea in these sort of openings, and that hangs all game. Neither of us spotted that, which is brilliant. And there we played the bishop to the right square as well, and then pushing it's not a big fan of. It's gone from 1.3 advantage to 0.6 for us, so it's still sort of fine, but instead it wanted bishop to f4, so just developing. And it wasn't a fan of e6 either. It wanted bishop to f5, which is interesting, for lack of a better word. And yeah, it takes. And then it wanted not rook takes. It wanted bishop out for some reason. I guess you just isolate the pawn and you win it eventually. Trade off rooks is good, and it liked bishop there. And it actually was fine with that because you get their dark square bishop. So it's not really a trade of bishops at the end. Although I don't see why bishop can't just take this pawn. Why can't bishop just take this pawn? Because of bishop takes h7. King takes h7. Oh, that's quite scary. Wow. Oh, it's threatening the fork at the end of the day. But it's apparently you sack to get a better position. Don't really see that, but whatever. I'll take the computer's word for it. It wasn't a big fan of trading queens. And apparently it's 1.8 here for black. Which I don't see at all, to be honest. It wanted knight there. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. We can have a look at that. And apparently you just got to trade off the bishop pair. And black picks that up. Don't really know. It didn't really like trading off knights. And apparently this is 4.0 for white here. Not because of pawn takes, but because of bishop to b3 for some reason. King h8. Oh, and we get that discovered. So, what if they played like a pawn there? Knight f7. Oh, then you just lose the rook fork. Duh. My brain's fried. Yeah, I've got excuses. But we thought this worked. With a bishop check, then the knight comes up, best move. Yeah, best move, best move, best move, bosh. And we're back up to 3.9. And that was a super cool move they played. Really like that. Great idea. Counter-attacking. And rook e3 with the 19 seconds left. We played the right... 14 seconds left, we played the right thing. And yeah, we thought knight there was way better as well. We can have a look at that. Yeah, I think we were going to play bishop g6. Just so you keep in the old checkmating ideas. And that's quite cool. Same sort of idea as they had. But yeah, we just up stuff, a lot of stuff. Rook back is best move. And that's really cool as well. Although apparently bishop to c5 is better. If you could explain that to me somehow. It looks pretty similar to me. And then we get the fork. And like I said here, I'll show you guys this. The king move is just way better. Just way, way better. Because knight takes. And then the bishops, I can't touch. I'm not winning a piece here. I've got no check to get the rook that way. And I've got no rook there. And yeah, it's just way better. They're only down the exchange. And a pawn, I guess. But it's a lot more playable because the bishop pair is so strong as well. You know, especially being low on time. They just didn't play the critical variation. And this was all calculated as well. Super happy with this. Apparently rook c7's better, but it's still fine. And then, yeah, really nice ending. Yeah, best move. Mating 4, mating 2 here. With that, followed by rook there. Makes sense. But we went for the mating 4. Bit classy. Joking. After h4, takes. No, we'll go on to game review. I want to see the little thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. F4 is better here apparently instead, just because you can play that straight away, which makes sense. And then the checkmate. I don't think we'll go over a game today, a master game. That was a pretty long and stressful game. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you liked. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you liked. I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye bye.